Hunting After Dark is sponsored by Feral Texas Outdoors, Thermal and Night Vision Optics.
Get her rolling.
Hey guys, Jason Price here with the Hunting After Dark podcast, my co-host here, Justin Rumley, and we are here to talk about some new products. Of course, here at Feral Texas Outdoors, we have all of these products available to you to purchase at any time, and we are ready to go with launch of the brand new Rix Storms. It's two of them. It is the S3R and the S6R. So they have two new Storms here. And then we also have the Titan Handheld that they have. And we're going to be talking about all three of these new products that are launching tomorrow. They are available. They are in stock here at Feral Texas Outdoors for you guys to purchase. But also, if you are traveling, we will be down in San Antonio. We're located here in Central Texas, just north of Austin, between Austin and Waco. But if you guys are down south, we are down there in San Antonio, and we will have them with us down there as well.
We'll have keep everything with us, everything that you see there on the website, and we're here at the retail store. We try to pack up as best as we can, take it with us to all three of these shows. Like Jason said, we're going to be down there in San Antonio this coming weekend. So if you're down in that area, come by, pay us a visit, and check out some new units. There's a lot to discover, and especially from Rix. Rix has, like Jason mentioned, three new units that are coming out, 2 in the Storm series, and 1 in the handheld market, which is kind of interesting, but we'll get to that one here after we cover the Storm series here, because I think these are going to be probably the most popular, especially with the price points that they're offering.
So before we get into it, I have to throw a shout out. You notice my hat's a little different.
Yeah, as I say, you got 2 different cameras on.
So Matt, I wore your hat. I did. I can't promise I'll wear it any other time. No. It worked good with my outfit today. But TX Predator Eliminator, he is helping us out as well. Good friend of Matt over there. We were all having some drinks up there at the Fort Worth show, and he gave me some free swag hat for me to go out here and promote.
Yeah, he gave me one also, but I didn't grab it. I didn't think I knew something told me to grab it. I was like, Jason's probably going to want to put it on the podcast. I didn't forgot, like everything else. I didn't forgot my necklace. I feel naked.
Well, with all the shows and stuff that's going back and forth, man, hey, stuff's going to happen. But Matt, there you go. We kind of split things up. Matt's running the S6R. I am running the S3R, and kind of run the Titan as well. And Justin gets to kind of roll back and forth whatever we're going to do here.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jason's
been
running
the Titan.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jason's been running the Titan for a while now, and he's been having more fun with it than anything else, so he'll be able to tell you everything about it.
Yeah, we'll tell you all the ins and outs here of things. So I guess better get over to the Storm. So there's a lot of little things that we need to go over with the Storm, what Rix plans on doing and what we see now. So right now, the regular Storm is on a summer sale right now. So they are essentially, the plan is to eliminate all S3s and S6s. Those are going away. They're on closeout, so they will sell all the ones that they have left and then be replaced here by the R's. Is the easy way to say it.
Yeah, it's like they just added
the S3, S6Rs will be replacing those units. Because if you look at it, it is essentially the same thing with a laser rangefinder, guys. So we had a laser rangefinder built in here to the side. If you look at the regular ones, there's always like a little port here on the other ones. They cannot add the LRF to it, guys. Don't ask. Already asked. No. That is it. Sorry, man. Just use the same housing. Sorry, no updates, no add it to it, things like that. So I know a lot of people are saying that, but no, you cannot add that.
Yeah, no, a lot of people were already asking about it. Unfortunately, they shut that down very quickly.
Yeah. So as far as differences, when we look at the S3 versus the S3R, they're really in just operating it. There is no difference between that besides you have a laser rangefinder.
Yeah.
There is no new sensor or anything like that. It is the same unit with a laser rangefinder. So just know that going in. 18650 battery still, guys, like always here on this. We do it did kind of switch up what some of your buttons do. So your laser rangefinders actually used to be like what your palette button was. You still have the same zoom process where you're 3.5 base, go up to 7, go to 14, and then cycle back to 3.5. That process is still the same. QD mount is included. We've had a lot of questions about that lately.
Yeah,
the Storms come with QD, so I guess we need to put some new marketing photos on there. On
that
the website.
or just add it in our item description, because I know Rix on their website doesn't make mention of it that it comes with any sort of mount. I know we don't have anything on our website either. So we've been getting quite a bit of phone calls asking if it comes with some sort of mount. Yes, it does. It comes with a single lever QD style mount from Rix. So just know they won't leave you hanging on that.
Yep. So you got your mount here. Otherwise, I mean, it is essentially the same unit. I mean, we're not really doing anything different. So we'll go run a little bit of footage with it just to show how the LRF works.
Yeah.
We are supposed to have ballistic calculation as well with that.
And for the guys that are curious, I know we get quite a bit of questions on it. It's a 1,300 yard rangefinder. So there's really no limitations. You're going to be able to range a lot further than you'll be able to shoot with this 384 unit.
And
so just know.
And I don't want to get a bunch of phone calls that the LRF doesn't work, guys. When you flip open your cap and you do that right there,
it comes standard like that out of the box. So just know.
Just rotate this sucker over, guys, and rotate it to there and snap it to the side. And full access to the focus ring. LRF is there, non-obstructed.
Yep. You got.
You call me and tell me your LRF working, man. It's going to be an embarrassing phone call. I'll be like, which way does your lens flap flip? Oh, it goes flips out to the right. And I'm like, well, that blocks it.
You better fix it.
Or, you know, just like we talk about LRFs, you're adjusting your focus ring and you can't do it. Well, your finger's obstructing that LRF. So when you go to mess with the focus ring, this happens a lot with multiple units, guys. So just be aware.
Yeah.
Be aware, you know, things that'll block the LRF and you think it's not working.
Something simple that you can easily avoid. So just make note of that in your mind whenever. Like I said, because it does come out of the box with the lens cap flipping to obstruct the laser rangefinder. So just know you'll have to rotate it a different direction for that battery or for that door
you know, it does
to
put the
face a
Rix
different way.
Yeah, it does put the Rix upside down, but it's fine. It'll be all right, guys.
Yeah.
What else? I'll say, so we're looking at this. So just a general overview. If you've never really used the Storm S3 before, it does have video and audio, recoil activated recording, Wi-Fi streaming, has everything accessible to you, multiple palette options, does have your standard zoom button right here where you cycle through all your zooms. You can do multiple weapon profiles. You can take this rubber eye cup off if you don't like it. It is pretty compact unit when you sit there and look at it. So very, very super small unit. So this will probably be one of the smallest units that I've seen with a laser rangefinder.
Yeah, and like I said, it is going to be the cheapest 35-384 with the laser rangefinder on the market.
And we are looking at
$19.99.
$19.99. So $2,000, guys.
Yep.
You have a 35 millimeter 384 with a laser rangefinder.
Yep.
3.5 base mag. So we have a lot of questions what the base is.
Yeah, you know, it's 3.5. It kind of makes up for the being able to make a longer range shot and get you out there a little bit more yardage than you would with something with the lower base magnification. So don't be shy of the 3.5 base magnification. Shouldn't have no issues with it, especially if you're shooting 50 yards and out. That's going to be kind of the sweet spot with it. So just like I said, don't be shy of the 3.5. It'll work out just fine.
Now, if you just have to have a lower base magnification, you can hop up to the S6R. It is a 2 base magnification in 640 resolution. The S3 is a 384 resolution, guys. It's not just base mags. You are lower resolution with the S3. S6, we're looking at 640.
So think about it as the 3 in the S3 means 384. The 6 in the S6 means 640. So that's kind of the easiest way to make a mental note on.
So it is a newer sensor in the S6R. So we have literally taken a regular S6, walked outside, looked at both units side by side. There is more detail in the S6R. So if you are curious about that, it is a better image quality with that unit.
Yeah, and I personally, I took it out. I took both of them out yesterday and just looked right outside of the store here, and you could definitely tell a difference in the S6 versus the S6R. And just like you mentioned, it was the more detail. You're able to see just a little bit better, more detail on your image at a further distance. We've got some fake deer here out across the highway, and I was able to see them glow a little bit better in that S6R than I was the S6. So just know that there is a slightly bit of difference between the two when it comes down to the image quality.
Yeah, because we get a lot of guys that say, well, 2's too low for me. I'm going to mag it up to 4. Well, just know yes, you do reduce an image quality. Yes, you digitally zoom in. Yeah. Just know you are starting with a better image of what you originally did with the S6. So you're not going to have that same performance of what you did with an S6 originally. So you will still have some of that available to you. Yeah. Of course, just everything we mentioned with the S3, you have in the S6 with that rangefinder. That is probably the only big difference, is just the increase in image quality. You do have the continued ballistic calculator. We're looking at continuous laser range finding, still 18650 battery. I mean, everything that this one has, that one has, just in 2 base mag and an increased 640 resolution.
Yeah.
And an upgrade from the original. I mean, That's really it. They kind of made it pretty simplistic. They're just like, hey,
there's
we're
really
gonna,
no
we're gonna,
huge difference.
we're gonna start doing some LRF stuff. And I was like, sounds
Awesome.
great. Sounds great. So the plan is, like I said, to phase out the old ones, put in the new ones. That's why you see them. It's like $23.99 for an S6 right now.
Yep,
and
we're
we're
$3,000
$3,000 for the rangefinder unit. So we're looking at, essentially, when we look at the R's, we're looking at $2,000 for 384, $3,000 for 640. It seemed pretty simple pricing to me, and
it's hard
and
to
what we're
beat.
going to be, and awesome units. Storms have always been pretty good. I mean, I never had any issues with any of those.
No, and for the price point, man, they're very hard to beat. Like I tell people, if you're wanting to just go out shoot pigs 200 yards, and curiosity, you go out for a couple different areas and you just don't know the range, man, that S3R is hard to beat. For $2,000, getting the laser rangefinder inside of it and being able to be effective at roughly 200 yards. Like I said, it's hard to beat. And then if you want something a little more image quality behind it, that S6R there, you do go up in price, but you get that much more better of an image. So it's hard to really knock either one of them. As I said, they kind of fit in their own place, and there's definitely going to be a huge jump in the market when these guys hit the market on Friday, because like I said, they're going to be popular effectively because of the price point.
You got us on the live. Anybody got any questions or comments? Sorry, we don't have anybody helping us today.
No,
We're all running solo.
We're all clear.
We're all good. Okay, because I had some people that were like, "Oh, waiting to go on a little live," so I want to make sure nobody had any questions or anything before we went on to the next thing that we are going to be covering.
Yep, absolutely. And then, I'll let you go ahead on that Titan.
What? Just like you got something to say on the store?
I was jumping the gun here.
Jumping the gun? Well, you can do whatever, man. We're rocking and rolling here. So yes, I have had the Titan for a while. I did get a software upgrade. So I did not want to post any of our older footage because there was an image enhancement with the software. So I'm kind of a little bit behind on getting back after the Titan. We did get some footage.
Oh yeah, with the little,
I won't tell on Justin here. That's why I'm sitting here laughing.
with the little rat.
Yeah. So we went out. Cornfields are getting cut around here, guys. So it was like, all right, that's ample opportunity for pigs to be running out there in open ground, but also an awesome time to go out and coyote hunt and get young, dumb, distracted coyotes.
Yeah, pretty much is exactly what it was.
And I saw a big debate. I'll throw this out there. John Collins was sitting there on Fox Pro talking about, going into full moon and hunting. Oh, it was full moon is all get out that night.
Yeah, it was easy pickings, and then it was
We are
too easy.
literally pulling up this cornfield, and I'm like, there's a freaking coyote out there. There's deer all over the place running around. So no pigs. So all right, well, we got to go to Plan B here. So we're probably 200 yards from this coyote. He's not even looking up at it. It is a full moon. We are in the buggy. And I said, dude, just jump out and get in the high rack. I'm going to get as close. You want me to stop? Tell me when to stop. So I'm using the Titan, and I'm recording him. I'm ranging him. I was like, he don't give a shit. Like, he don't care.
No, he didn't care.
He did not care about us being out there. He was digging down, his head down. I mean, heck, he was getting the spots where like we could barely see him.
Yeah, well then hell, he wasn't very big himself.
And so we get up there and we get positioned. I don't know. I think I had 165 in here. Don't hold me to it if I post the video.
Yeah.
165, I think.
Yeah. He
Is
was,
that about what you had?
about 160. Because I remember last range I had, I think it was like 162 maybe.
Yeah, it was
if I
like,
remember
it's got
right.
like, we got fence, corn stalks, and some grass all split in that beam. So we're trying to kind of range him, just trying to figure out where it is. So he's up in high rack, and he goes, put a call on the phone, put some distress. So we sit there and I'm going through it, found something he liked. We got triple C for Tony Tebby, man, and he liked that. He got his head up and he was all
them
looking.
ears and damn big old triangles just up in their ears. Like, oh boy, he's interested. He's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got in. Like I said, about I want to say it was like roughly 162 yards, but then the unit I was using to 1.5 base on the thermal side, and I'm just like, God dang, the thing looks like a little rat. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and let it.
Oh, you're shooting 338 arc too.
Yeah.
Not made for long range. You're like, we're gonna have to make it happen.
Yeah, and so I just sit one, and then as soon as I shoot here, choo, like, oh hell, here we go. And then he just kind of didn't like spook off. He just got out of there.
He probably ran 150 yards and stopped in that field again.
Yeah,
we probably could have gone after him, but we're like, we're not really equipped. We're not really equipped for tonight to be doing this. It's like we really are supposed to focus on pigs because the landowners and farmers are like, we need you out here. So like we were kind of on a mission. Yeah. I was like, we need to move on to the next place and see what's out here. We need to get on these pigs.
Yeah, but
but I was like, we're gonna get them. We'll get them another night.
Oh yeah, any other platform that you're comfortable coyote hunting on? Yeah, it'd have been a chip shot. But yeah, that 1.5 base on the thermal, I said, he little bitty fella down there. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try it and just.
Well, I can tell you, we could identify that coyote. It was over 300 yards. I could tell that it was a coyote in this thing.
Yeah.
I was ranging out there. We would throwing out the ranges. I was going through multiple color palettes. White hot looked really good. Some of those color modes were kind of pretty cool too. Yeah, not like the full color, but it's like, and black hot is okay. I think that white hot probably looked still a little bit better. And with this unit, we'll go over a lot of things in here because I'm sitting here telling a story before I even go over the unit, right?
Yeah.
Titan is a 640 handheld, 35 millimeter sensor here, guys. We are looking at a laser rangefinder here that is built in. That is why we're able to range it. This is why we can see over 300 yards. And this is an awesome little handheld. And there is one feature in here that is unique that no one has, and I'll go over that, see if anybody else notices. So you zoom here, you can change your palette, your rangefinder, you can change your palettes here and adjust your menu, and then record video, audio. Your focus is right here for your front sensor, so that you can roll that with your finger, so it's kind of nice and convenient. Of course, your traditional diopter is back here at your eye. And so it is pretty convenient and ergonomic when you look at this unit. So I was impressed with that. I thought that was pretty cool. You can mount it. You also can use USB-C to remove or run external power to this thing at the very bottom. And additionally, the best feature that I think is in here that I've literally been asking for, and what you always run across, because a lot of Rix platforms do run on 18650. They are unique with this unit. Sorry, coughing right into the mic. Very unique with this. Not all 18650s are the same, guys. I don't care what you say. We know this. I could pull out 5 different companies that are all different links. So people try to cross-platform use and get upset. They recoil issues, or it doesn't work, or they short something, or whatever it may be, just because of contact getting loose. This unit can take pretty much any 18650 because it has an adapter. You'll see something orange in here. You can actually flip it down, and it shortens it for you for a shorter 18650. You have longer, you flip it up. So there is a literally built-in adapter piece here to run whatever 18650 you have.
Pretty universal, huh?
Yes, so that is one of, there's a lot of stuff, but it is one of my favorite features. If you go out and hunt a lot and you've got different weapon platforms and different 18650s, that is one of the most awesome features.
Yeah, it's like we've came across that issue many times, and with many of other units is the 18650 that comes with it is the only thing you can use with it. You can't use any other options, keep power, night core, anything. You have to use that specific model of 18650. So that feature in there, being able to swap between 18650 batteries of your choice, is going to be very, very handy. Like it's like you said, it's a very small feature that some people might not even notice or even know what it is. But if you know enough about all these other units, that feature there is going to help out with just being able to be universal to other 18650 batteries.
Yeah, because we run other Rix scopes, the batteries, 18650s are usually a little shorter. Like in Storms, they're a little shorter.
Yeah.
But if you have some old flashlight batteries, you got some old RR light batteries that you ran in flashlights, they're longer, you can run it in here. So I thought it was probably the coolest feature because I don't have to worry about batteries we're bringing that night. I'm like, I just, my regular box of batteries, go charge stuff up and throw it in here and run it. And that was the most convenient thing about having it.
No, I agree 100%. Because
of course, laser rangefinder is great, but
we've came across it many times. Like I said, we have charged 18650 batteries, but will they fit? No. So it's they're useless.
We're going swapping crap
now
around.
You just flip it up, flip it down, and you're ready to roll. No problem.
2 base mag.
2.2. As the spec sheet says, they will quote you on that.
Yeah, 2.2.
Well, the spec sheet says 2.2.
Yeah, let's see if you can tell the difference.
Yeah, you tell me. Show me the difference from 2.0 to 2.2.
Go look somewhere and go look and see.
Yep.
So being specific about it, but ergonomic on the eyepiece, the eye cup was comfortable to have up your eyes in long periods of time. So nice wide field of view with a 2.2 base magnification. Right. and it was pretty cool. I mean, it did continuous laser range finding on there, so that was nice to be able to just kind of scan and call things out. It's like when Justin was sitting there, we were looking at that coyote. You know, I'm ranging and I'm calling it out. I'm telling him, you know, he's ranging as well, and we're comparing and just seeing how far he was, and you know, you're able to do that, and it's a very helpful tool. I think probably the most interesting thing about this is we are going to talk about price.
Yeah, and it is $23.99 for a 35-640 laser rangefinder handheld monocular, and so that's hard to beat. That's a steal deal right there. I'll put it to you. That's the simplest way to put it. And for some of the other guys that are curious about the specs on it, it is a less than 20 millikelvin rating on the sensor, 50 hertz refresh rate. And another big question that we'll probably end up getting is, well, what's the rangefinder good for? Well, it's a 1,300 yard rangefinder, just like what the S3R and the S6R have. Still that same 1,300 yard rangefinder inside of it. So I know we'll get some spec questions about it and what it's capable of doing. So, but yeah, for $23.99, man, that's a very hard unit to beat. And being a laser rangefinder handheld monocular in the 640 series. So it'll be interesting to see what they do and how they take to the market and what kind of interest they have.
Yeah, because I mean, we're getting a lot of calls right now on handhelds. I mean, a lot of handheld conversations. You know, everybody's getting ready. You know, they got their scope. Now they're looking at handhelds. Like, man, I'm tired of holding the scope up. I need something. And then, you know, you run across a lot of guys that, you know, or you guys out there, should say, that you don't have laser rangefinder on your scope.
Yep.
So you could go try to sell that scope, go upgrade the scope, go spend a lot more money, get a laser rangefinder on it. But you were also kind of looking at a handheld, so now you have that opportunity where just get your rangefinder here in your handheld.
Yeah. And,
you know, built in, nothing's hanging off. It's all uniform just like that.
And that's the easier option if you don't want to swap scopes. You like the scope you got, even though it don't have a rangefinder in it. You can always go a different route, get a handheld with the laser rangefinder in there and kind of make that the easiest solution without having to go through the trouble of trading your scope, selling your scope to buy a new one with the rangefinder. This is going to be probably the easiest solution. Get you a handheld with the rangefinder and call it good.
You know, and it's pretty light, you know, not having an internal battery system, kind of being slender like that. Runtime, man, this thing lasted forever.
Yeah, I was going to say
it ran
specs,
like most of the night.
The spec sheet or manual quotes 5 hours per battery.
But yeah, it's just, but the thing is like I said, you could do even better batteries. I mean, that's the high drain batteries. You can put those in there and probably increase your longevity. But I mean, for the most part, I was running the sucker all night long and didn't need to swap batteries. It's like the only time we need to swap batteries is because the sucker was dead and we needed to go put a new one in there the next night. And so utilization of it being on all the time, I mean, this is not one you are going to be worried about changing batteries on.
Yeah, eating your battery.
Yeah, I mean, you can use that rangefinder a lot and be perfect. I mean, I was always turning it on, always using it. So, it was an impressive handheld, guys. I mean, if you're looking for a handheld, this is one that you definitely need to consider on your list of handhelds for you and your buddies. I mean, if you're doing spotter shooter type deals or you just need something so you're not looking constantly in the scope. Yeah, and I didn't feel like it was fatigued on the eyes. I thought it was pretty low enough to where it wasn't like super bright in my eyes. Of course, you can always adjust brightness, but I didn't feel like any eye fatigue. I do get that sometimes with different handhelds that go to like higher end displays. Like I have to hand them off to Justin.
I feel drunk. God damn, that's a nice unit there.
So when I got to spend a lot of time in a handheld, I will tell you that I personally am pretty picky.
He's
picky. I am not the VR headset guy and having screens close to your face. I mean, you get into your 40s, it's hard on your eyes sometimes. I mean, some of these guys, they'll be right there with me. It's like you can't sit there and have that bright light right into your eyes and be able to see long term, and it just wears your eye out. So that was not the case with this handheld. So it was impressive in that for me for long term use.
Yeah, no,
especially running all night long. You're tired, your eyes get tired, but the thing is, it wasn't like totally blowing out your eye.
Yeah,
and so it was cool. It wasn't having in some handhelds that you run across that. I think is probably another unique feature is not having a front focus ring on a handheld, having it right here.
One hand. So that was the other thing too. That was one of their selling points is on the box. It does have the one hand operation. You don't need multiple hands. One hand operation. They got it on the box.
So we got a one hander.
That's right. I was gonna say you
can take that a whole bunch of different ways.
Yeah, you don't need two hands, man. They put
no two hand operation. I'm sure you could have a lot of fun with that one. But
that's right, one hand only.
But with traditional focus rings and you twist in the front there, and is that you sometimes go past and then have to go back and forth. With that, you can slowly move the wheel. I try not to get too dirty with this one. I haven't do as much, but you can slowly adjust. You're not constantly having to find that perfect spot between left to right. Of which way to focus it. I never felt like I was really doing that running the handheld. Do other ones have kind of tested in the past. So I did like that. I do think that it was very, very, very convenient as far as a user.
Yeah, and like I said, you spent most of the time behind it. I'll take it over once you finish up with it and
hand it
see
over to you. I'll
let
you spot everything. I'll go.
I've checked out, just around here at the store and stuff. So I mean, pretty familiar with it. So if you have any questions or anything, definitely call up here. We'll both be able to answer any questions between S6R, S3R, Titan T6, any of those new units coming out from Rix. We'll be happy to answer any questions for you.
Anybody on the live have any questions for anything? What's going on at Rix? This is all launching tomorrow. It is live. They will ship out tomorrow with orders tomorrow.
Yep, live at midnight
Texas.
here, Central Time. Feral Texas Outdoors. I'll make sure I'm awake.
Make sure you're awake and go ahead and active.
I was active. They didn't say what time tomorrow. I said tomorrow starts at 12 midnight. I said we'll make sure it's live on the spot.
And we're gonna be traveling. Justin and I will still be taking calls, and Jess will be here in the store as well, where she can take care of you guys.
Yep. So we'll have inventory with us down at the show. Retail store here at Jess will have inventory as well. So wherever you decide, whatever's closest for you, stop by, see us, and we'll get you all taken care of.
Or we'll ship it out on Friday, and you'll have it on Monday, right?
Yeah, whatever. If you want to do next day air, trust me, we'll get it out to you that same day and get it on the plane and have it on your doorstep that next day. Yeah,
everybody get ready. I mean, hunting season is here. Things have kicked off. And getting on stuff here before they get too late into the fall where things are harder to get. So it's like right now you got inventory. It's awesome time to get in on stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't really feel like you're getting closer to the hunting season just because it's still feels like 100 degrees outside. It's like God Almighty. It's like we're nearing September. Dove season's gonna be here before you know it. But it's usually you get swamp ass dove hunting and then you're freezing. You got the long johns coming out. So we'll see how it all dictates. I'll say we had a pretty chill summer, so I'm curious to see what the winter down here in Texas is going to be like here coming up. So it'll be interesting to see.
Things get moving, but well, guys, we will be ready to answer any questions you have about any Rix products, and of course anything here about hunting after dark. We'll always being able to answer any of those for you guys. And our new store location looks like we are still on time. That it's all framed up. We got big building over there ready to go.
Yeah, as I say, plenty of room, so pack it full, and we'll get you all taken care of.
We're going to have a lot of fun over there, and we're super excited.
It'll be a good time. But, yeah, if you have any questions, be sure to give us a call here at a retail store or on the phone at Feral Texas Outdoors, and be sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Other than that, give us a call if you have any questions. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.